For the last 30 days, our players have been battling it out in the Pantanal. We are down to our final 4, and tonight we will crown our winner.
Yeah!
Yay! Let's go!
Yeah!
This season on Minecraft Survivor, the Pantanal. 15 new castaways arrived at the Pantanal swamp with the goal of being the next sole survivor, and the game started as soon as they hit the island. I want you all to immediately vote someone based off first impressions right now.
Oh.
This led the castaways to not only form their own tribes, but also to outcast a group of unwanted players, and from there, the game was on.
No, fuck that bitch. You wanna throw out my name, bitch? Fuck you.
I'm willing to offer you back in with open arms because
Excuse
never did I never no like Lola.
It was the worst fucking thing in the world!
If anybody has a hidden media and would like to play it, now be a time to do so. Lola, please bring me your torch.
Holy shit!
Holy.
So sorry, Lola.
Oh,
Good job, guys.
God.
Holy crap.
Now, we are down to our final 4 castaways, each of them having their own path to get there. Drew found himself in the perfect position at the start of the game, but once the merge hit, he was outcast at the bottom. Since then, Drew has had to fight his way as an underdog, from winning challenges to surviving nail-biting vote-offs, all while his friends joined the jury.
The stocks are up. The stocks are at an all-time high. I got Oxy buying in. I got Mason buying in. I got Soccer buying in. I got you buying in. I feel like if I make that final 3, I'm winning.
Can he survive 2 more tribal councils, or is Drew doomed to join the jury? Derek's strategy for this game has been simple, to survive, but the elements of this game have proven to be difficult for him. From deciding on when to play advantages and on who to target, Derek's mind has been tormented with decisions.
My strategy for this whole show is survival. I'm really playing, outwit, outplay, outlast. I'm really going for the outlast. And so far I've survived hell on earth, and I'm hoping the jury can recognize that when they see me.
With 2 more up ahead, will his actions send him to the final 2, or to the final 2 jury seats? Hades. For potentially becoming the first boot, Hades has used his social game to not only connect with the outcast tribe, but also with new faces he came across in the game. It's allowed him to pull off excellent moves. However, Hades has voted incorrectly at the last 3 tribals. Can he get his game back on track to secure his spot in the end? Or will Hades end up being outcasted once and for all?
It's time to win the season. It's time to get $100 so I can go spend all that on beer in New York.
Mystic's cocky personality earned him a spot on the outcast tribe, but he made the most of it, working with his fellow Mafia tribe members to have control for the majority of the game. But recently, losing that power has sent him on a rampage, believing now that his game is doomed. Will Mystic regain control in the game, or will he be whining from the jury benches?
And Boston, we get this bread, dude. We get this fucking bread.
Who will earn the title of Sole Survivor and the $100 prize that comes with it? Find out right now on Minecraft Survivor, the Pantanal.
Listen, guys, I just want to be just while we are here before this Final Four comp, we're right after this challenge. We're all gonna go into pure survival mode, or in our case, adventure mode. But I just wanted us to all sit here for a second to appreciate that we're the Final Four. We've all done everything we can to get here, and it's been an honor to play with all of you.
Job not done.
True.
Likewise, man. Absolutely likewise.
Listen, here we are. We got out the biggest threat. It should have been gone a while ago, and I can already see the comments saying the season's going to be boring now. But hang tight. We're going to keep going a little longer, because the season is not going to be boring, because we still got a few extra amazing challenges. And also, like, the final two still is not in lock, because there's still going to be one final vote that could end up in a fire-making challenge. And also, there is the possibility of who I'd want to take to the final two. As much as I probably shouldn't, I think I'd like to stick it out with Drew. Drew might end up beating me if I make it there to the end, but after all of this whole show, I just want to sit next to someone who, for the entire season, helped me. Like, I know he voted for me once, but at the end of the day, he came to me, he asked for my help, we worked together, and I'm hoping to take him there. So, Team Derik, we're still kicking around, and I'm gonna win this thing. You said that everyone had put your name out for during the tribal.
I mean, everyone has said my name at one point or another. That's not true.
I mean, you are in the cast. I have to say your name eventually.
Oh yeah, but I mean, especially at the core vote, it would have just been not. I guess I was just a little heartbroken that my boy got out like that, and you know, I would be able to save him, but it was literally him or me. It looked like so.
I just want to. I think I need to mend a broken bridge here. You know.
Nah, bro, you're good.
Me and you have had such an interesting relationship throughout this whole show. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like I did a favor for you, you did a favor for me, and then we actually looked at each other and we go, huh, he's a threat. And then at some point or another, we try to screw each other over, and now we're just sitting here looking at each other like, well.
We're both still here, huh?
Everybody we try to take out, you know, everybody around us just seems to take the strays, it seems.
You know, I still never wrote down your name once.
I mean, that's not what a lot of people told me, including Drew.
No, I never wrote down your name. I can tell you every person I voted for.
Well, I'm just telling you straight up, you know, I'm voting Drew if you don't win immunity. Like, he's just gonna win out. I get it if you don't want to vote him, but I'd be totally down to taking you to the final three.
I'd be open to anything, honestly.
Bro, this has been the most emotionally taxing thing ever. I lost my BFF, bro. I lost Core. I lost my boy Korlin. This is bullshit. I had all these dogs around me until they learned magic and turned into snakes. I gotta win this comp, so I know I get guaranteed final three, and Drew goes home. Yeah, that's the plan. There's a good reason why I voted off NKS over Drew. Yeah. Obviously, we'd have majority if we took NKS with us to 4. That wasn't part of my ideal plan. He was gonna win out to 2, or if not, then we would have a tougher time beating him over Drew. If it was emotional, like I told Drew, if this was an emotional choice, Drew would be out over NKS. You guys had my back in that core vote. You guys really saved my ass quite a few times. But NKS constantly threw wrenches in our plans. He fucking got in our way a lot. Odds are he probably wasn't gonna take either of us and take the easier route in Derik over there. Not saying he's a easy guy to beat, but to NKS, a lot of us are pretty fucking easy.
It has been the craziest ride to get to this point. I'm very surprised still that I've made it to the Final Four. I never thought this day would come. I am very thankful for the opportunity to be here and now. As much as people want to say, oh, you played so cleanly, you only got 1 vote this entire game so far. I've been through hell too. Drew's a comp fucking monster, clearly. So he's going to be challenging to beat, but I'm going to give my all to beat him today. And doesn't work out. I'm so proud of myself for making it this far, doing this well. I still got it. 3 years later, I'm still here. You cannot get rid of me. I am eternal, and I'm hoping that I can be eternal for the rest of this game.
All the valid points he was bringing about pissing off jury is true, but I'd rather be at the final two with someone I solidify with. And right now, right here, I'm letting you know that even though me and you have done some of the most fucked up shit Alliance members could do to each other,
You're telling me.
right now we gotta have each other's backs. Because if we don't, the next one is gone at 3. Like, it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you right now, man, I am fighting tooth and nail to vote with you. I want to go to the final two with you. We, Backstreet Boys, fucking, what was
The
his name?
Backstreet Boys, dude.
We're
Dude, the first boot in the final 4.
We gotta do it, man. I'm gonna do everything I can to win this comp. Make sure Drew loses. And
Agreed.
I won't write your name down, man. I can't do it. I'm not writing your name down here.
I think it just comes down to who wins immunity and who's gonna go to fire making, because I'm not switching on my boy. There's no point. So yeah, it's just who goes to fire making here. I'm staying true. If he snakes me like he done in the past, that's fine.
After you guys were all in that 3-man chat for like 10 minutes, I thought I was done for.
Well, I mean, I said this before. You all kind of betrayed me in your own way, but at the end of the day, I know you voted me a few times. You don't have to like be like I didn't. I know.
To the best of my knowledge that I can actually remember, I don't think I've ever voted for you.
All I'm saying is I thought about it logically. I wasn't putting emotions into it. I thought about putting emotions into it, because if that was the case, I would have flipped the other way.
Wow.
But I thought about it logically. I gave you a shot. I gave him a shot. I know you and Derik are close. All I ask, worst comes to worst, you give me final 3.
I will. That will definitely be on the agenda.
Other than that, I don't have much else to say. I'm really...
Yeah, I think we're all kind of gamed out at this point. Yeah,
think-
one challenge left and some fire making.
Yeah.
I am shocked. I was completely ready to be voted out there. I knew I had Derik. I know I have Derik, which is awesome. But I knew after I saw them in that 3-man chat for like literally 10 minutes, I was like, they're doing some convincing in there. And so I was pretty ready. And then he's like 2 votes to 2 and a long stupid pause that he does. But yeah, I was pretty shocked. But I think I'm in a good spot here. I think with the final immunity challenge and most likely fire making, I think I can win one of those between all 4 of these people. I think I have a pretty good shot at final 3. If Derik wins, I think he's taking me. If I win, I'm taking Derik. Between the other 2, I don't know who I'm gonna take. I think it kind of depends on how this challenge goes and fire making. If I win and get to make the choice. There's a lot of good avenues for me to win this game if I get to the final 3.
Oh, what the fuck is
Oh, brother. Oh my god.
this? The frames, dude. The frames are real.
Dude, those are our heads, bro.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Hello, Final
are heads.
4. Waka Tribe, welcome to y'all's next immunity challenge. Hades, can I have back that necklace?
I want to keep it forever, but you know what? We'll just give it back.
Immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you will be playing in rounds. In each round, I will ask you a question about the game. Once I ask the question, you will then have to slide down a honey wall and retrieve the correct player head. Once you think you have the right player head, you will then slide down your honey wall once again to place the head on the end platform, locking in your answer. The first player to place the correct head will earn a point. The player who has the most points at the end of the 9 questions will win immunity. Okay, everybody get on the top of y'all's station. And I will
cheating
ask,
question.
I don't know how to do this.
I will
Find out,
ask
dude.
the first question. Who became the first member of the jury? Go.
I almost just fucking died.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Drew, super close to placing an answer, but wasn't close enough.
That's
By literally a millisecond, Drew scores a point.
Fuck.
Wow.
Who was sent to the old Mambia camp and exiled at the swap? Go.
I fucking suck. Great. I fucking suck twice.
damn it.
Bang, 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 bang. Right? Is that good? Is that right?
Fucking
And
stupid.
Drew submits an incorrect answer.
What?
Oh, I thought the same thing, Drew.
Wait, what was the question?
Who was sent to the old Mambia camp
I
and
got it.
exiled
Done,
at
done.
the swap?
Done.
And
at the
Derik
swap.
answers correctly, and KS was exiled at the Mambia camp at the swap.
I would not have gotten that.
Who received the second most amount of votes at the final 8 tribal council? Go.
Final 8.
I
Who
know
received
who
the
this
second
is.
most amount of votes at the final 8 tribal council?
Not who I want to break.
I fucking can't break worth a shit till it's too late. I just broke the wrong guy. Great.
That guy. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, not.
It's crazy.
This guy.
Got it.
Ah,
Hades is correct. The answer was Derik. All right, we have 1 point Drew, 1 point Hades, 1 point Derik, 0 points Mystic.
a.
Who scored the highest score overall on the Pokatu tribe in the final 11 Trident shooting challenge? Go. Who scored the highest score overall for the Pokatu tribe during the
No.
final 11
Throwing
Trident
like a
shooting
hit.
challenge?
I know who it is,
I know
man.
who it is,
Fuck.
too.
Fuck, man.
Oh my god, he's actually during my game. Why can I not punch that?
Why is his head so far away? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Derik might be one of the most unlucky people that I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, I don't think that's reachable.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't need another Mystic Head.
Hey, that's me.
I got
And-
2 of them.
Drew is correct. The answer was Jake.
Thank God.
Derek had the
Carrying-
correct
they're
answer,
handling
but placed it
my
on the wrong block.
That's a bullshit rule, by the way.
Who received the most votes at the Marooning, becoming a tribe captain? Go.
Fuck.
Are you serious?
Oh, I missed it, man. God damn it. Yeah, it's probably no.
I think, yeah.
Drew making
You got
quick
it.
work of this round, getting the correct answer with Piper. Who won the final 7 immunity challenge? Go.
This is
My
a,
God, my
this is a
aim.
shot in the dark.
Done.
And Mystic is incorrect.
What? But he wins everything!
He didn't win that one, though.
Fuck. This is actually not good. Final 7 was not that long ago either, guys.
Dun.
And Drew is correct.
It's me.
The answer is Drew.
I've known all of these answers, like genuinely. I can't get the heads.
All right, if Drew gets 1 more point, he wins. Hades or Derik has to get every single one of these to tie. Question
just
number
out.
8. Pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
Who was the last person picked for a tribe at the schoolyard pick?
God.
You can go.
It's a great question.
Again with the.
This is a wild miss.
Not gonna lie, I don't even know who it is.
Me either, so.
Yeah.
Good luck, gang. If I'm out, I might as well sit and spectate.
That's my guess.
Drew has guessed incorrectly.
Yeah,
This opens the
okay.
door for
No.
everybody else.
That was too long ago. That was like 14 hours ago.
With Mystic sitting down enjoying the flowers and Drew guessing incorrectly, this is between Derik and Hades. Hades gets to the
That was
end but can't
close.
place it correctly. Got it. Derik guesses and it is correct. The answer was Robster.
Fuck.
Robster, my god.
This brings Derik to 2 points. This is essentially between Derik and Drew. The others can participate. However, Derik must get both of these right to tie. Who became the fourth member of the jury? Go.
Why can't I get their head? Oh, that's not the person I wanted to do.
Oh, my bad.
That's my
You're
guy.
good. Drew is correct and wins immunity with his guess of Korlin. Congratulations, join your second immunity win. Come and get it.
This is the biggest one.
Drew, you've secured yourself a spot in the final three. Congratulations. Rest of you, can't say the same. Head back to camp.
I'm so over the scheming stuff. So
I'm not gonna scheme. Just straight up, like it's either me, you, or Hades. Like that's the options. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Derik, I would love to take you to. But this is a final two.
yeah.
If you haven't
this is-
counted on jury, this is final two. With that being said, well, quite frankly, I don't think you guys would take me to the final two, you or Drew. Realistically, I mean, you guys have been close. That's no lie. And I'm just gonna tell you to your face, I might have to vote you here.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I get it.
You
I do.
know, it's just this vote's gonna come down to Jack.
It's literally Hades and Drew.
Yeah,
No matter what happens, I think we can both say that we deserve to be here.
yeah.
We've all been through hell and turmoil. We all have had our names thrown, got votes, and realistically been in the hot seat.
I think it'd be fair if we both had our chance to talk to both Drew and Jack.
I agree. I think that is pretty fair. If they decide not to go with fire making, then good games. If they do, then it's based off of who's better.
I don't know. We both seem to be missing a challenge win, so maybe one will boost our confidence.
Dude, I haven't even gotten close to any.
God, there's been a few, but I've been, all cheese, no bacon. So
Let me talk. Let's see. Slash message.
wait, what?
80.
Hold on, Drew is telling me something different.
What?
Wait,
He's telling you Hades?
yeah.
I'm not gonna try to sell you on anything. I don't think you take me at all to the final two. So I'm gonna say this: if I'm on the jury, I will not vote for you. I think that you are going to ride your win off of everyone you've bonded with on previous tribes, and your win is going to not be as complete as somebody else. And so if you put me on the jury, I'll do everything I can to get everyone that wasn't on that green party or on that swap party to not vote for you and vote for the other person, whether it is Derik or is Mystic.
It's kind of a crazy statement, to be honest.
It's the truth, man. I think you're a great guy, but I don't really know what you've done in this game.
Well, I guess you'll have to You'll have to see once I make my final tribal council speech.
You think you'll get there?
I think I will get there.
You know, I'm not voting for you.
I don't think I need your vote.
You don't?
No.
Who do you think you have?
I don't think I need to say that right now, but I think I have more than
It's
enough.
final four. Are we being open with each other?
I don't think I need to be open with you right now. Why would I tell you about who I think I have?
Because you seem pretty confident. You seem like you already know. So, you know, if you're really confident and you're really feeling yourself, I mean, you're immune. Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, but I still apparently have a game left to play in this next round. If this was it, I would say something. But I don't know. I feel like the I'm not going to vote for you way to get out of a vote is kind of like a mishmash. I kind of don't have a reason to give you to keep me kind of opting way out. If you would have voted with us in the last round, maybe I would have considered it. Actually, I probably would have considered it way more.
I'm not really worried about your vote this round. I mean, we both know that you're voting for me now, and if I stay, you're 100% gonna vote for me if you win Final 3 immunity. But I'm telling you, man, I don't respect it. And whenever I get to that jury, if I do, I'm going to poison that jury. And it's not gonna be pretty.
So that feels really good. This is getting down to the wire. I really wish it was a final 3. It would have made life so much easier. But I mean, I guess it's more fun this way. Right now, I think me and Derik are 2. They're probably a 2. Maybe I can get Mystic. Maybe I can't get Mystic. Jack's completely gone. There's no way I'm getting him. This guy hates me now. He goes, I'm gonna poison this jury against you if you put me on the jury. I'm like, okay, dude, you can do that. I don't understand how he's gonna do that. I feel like I win any day of the week. I just don't think you have that power.
Have you seen all the work I've done this whole game?
I've seen a little bit here and there, but I don't think they're gonna be like, oh my God, Jack, I love you.
I don't think they're gonna be like that either. I don't think I'm the next Messiah, Drew. I think that going into that it is gonna be an uphill battle if I do make it there. But I'm telling you, if you think in any slight that it's not going to be an uphill battle, you are wrong. Because you seem confident you got the votes to win, but I don't know.
I think that, in this final 2, potentially, I think that I will get at least 4, if not more than 4 votes.
Wow.
I feel like I've played a game and I know how I'm going to express it in the final 2 when I get there. And if I fall short at 3, oh well, but I don't think this was the best play that you could have made.
I made a lot of mistakes, and I'll tell you this, Drew, this was not one. We barely bonded all game. We never really ever voted together. We've never had the same interests. I don't think there's any reason for me to vote for you going into the final tribal council.
Then that's fine. I don't need to win unanimously. But I got some other people to talk to.
You're still cocky, man. Alright. I really just fucking sold it all to Drew saying you suck and I'm not voting for you. That's my strat. It's just make Drew feel bad because I want to get him psyched out. I want to get him thinking that his game ain't shit. And I want to get the pressure on him for that final immunity challenge because I want him to feel like I want him to feel like he's not the shit. Like, I want him to be, like, pressured to be like, oh my God, I have to do well in this challenge. I told him straight up, like, I'm cocky, I'm arrogant. Like, I'm telling you exactly what it is. You, Drew, or you can do whatever the fuck you want to try and get rid of me. If you do, cool. But I'm still not voting for you. You get rid of me now and you try to get Mystic against me, that's even more time for me to poison the jury against you. And so I fully disrespect the game he's playing. I think it's passive. I think it's shit. And I think someone like Derik or Mystic, who's been through living hell this season, both of them, deserve the win. I just told Drew, fuck you to your face.
Yeah.
I told Drew, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. You're not winning. I'm not voting him. Mystic, I'm not voting him if I get on the jury.
What, Drew?
Yeah, what has he done?
I talked to Derik, and Derik was like, yeah, man, so I'm pretty much voting you tonight. And I said, well, yeah, me too. He's like, yeah. And then as we're about to leave, he goes, wait a minute. Drew's texting me. He's saying do Hades. What the fuck? So, sounds like you might be going to fire against Derik.
Drew, hasn't been through shit. Got picked on a great tribe, fucking does good in challenges, decent socially, had a good ally. Like, he's had everything handed to him this game. You know, I don't think he's ever had to genuinely work hard for any of this. Every other person in this game has had to work for it. He's the only one that hasn't. I don't respect that. And I think that giving him $100 and giving him the win is a crude and awful way to end what I think is a really, really, really solid season. Like, it's a hell or high water kind of path for me right now. I trust you. I hope, again, I'm still hoping that we get it to fire. And if I lose, so be it. But Drew
If
is
you
acting,
lose, then I'm out.
well, no, man. Drew's acting real cocky right now, like he thinks he has this game in the bag, and I want to prove him wrong, regardless
I
of
agree.
whether he gets voted out or if he loses at the end. He might have one vote, might have two. Certainly doesn't have mine, and certainly doesn't have a lot of others.
I think if someone takes Drew to the end realistically, they could just be like, well, what did Drew do? He was on the wrong
Shit.
side of a vote real time, like a lot of times. He's won immunities like NKS, but he's done nothing. Your boy's sitting here pretty much keeping Hades in the game. And what I'm getting told is that if Hades goes out via fire making or whatever, that he is not voting Drew to win, which is great. Because I don't think Drew or the people of Drew or Derik could really out-talk me. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Maybe the jury would be bitter and not see my underdog story I'm developing. But I'm gonna try to talk my ass off in the jury. Really set the mood, set the pace. I feel like I got a new breath of life in the game.
I
It's
believe it. You got significance too.
I think you got significance. I think we got good stories. We're not physical players like NKS and Drew. We're social players.
Yeah, Mystic's gonna vote me no matter what. If we could
I
probably
wouldn't
convince
that
Jack,
much,
we could probably
Jack,
convince.
Jack is 100% not voting with me. Your best bet is you talk to him. I literally just burned every single bridge I had with him.
Jeez.
I went into chat and he goes, if you make it to the final, I am poisoning this jury against you and making sure none of them vote for you. I was like,
Jesus.
okay.
I'll trust you, man. I'll trust you. It's might be my time. But
I guess I'll do it
listen,
off while I wait.
I'll vote Jack with you. The chips are down, the cards are in play. It's gonna be me versus Jack in a fire making challenge. They could also pull a Giga Chad and vote both of us off, just like, we want to save time. Final two between Drew and Mystic. That'd be pretty cool. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna give it my all.
That's such a bad way to end your game. Is to say that you're gonna go poison a jury. I don't know if he knows who is on that jury.
I've handled this poorly, I think, but I want them to think I've handled it poorly. I want them to think that I'm just poisoning people on the way out the door. And so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they believe that I am not the best person to vote out and that I'm the best person to bring to the end.
I'm still gonna leave with my head held high, no matter what. I know I keep talking about if I stay. This is the first time where I genuinely think I might not, but I've grown so much during this game. I've met really nice people, and I really hope that we have one kick-ass reunion show that you can watch on Soccer's YouTube channel. So yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, my plan is beat Derik and fire. Drew wins that final immunity. Basically gonna say, look, man, I just totally talk shit about you. If you want to take me to the end and say, yeah, I beat this guy's ass, he's trash, do it.
You don't mess with me on O Block, yeah? You're gonna get the blicky, yeah? You're gonna get shot up, yeah? Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. Foolish. That's what you are. You're foolish.
All I can say is if Drew wins, this has been a shitty end to the season because he does not deserve to win this game at all.
Jesus Christ himself couldn't touch me. I'm God. I am the Lord and Savior incarnate.
I think he's gonna regret playing the way he did because if you got me on there, I'm gonna do everything I can. And he doesn't know me. And that's the worst part about it. He doesn't know the storm I can fucking bring.
If I can win this final three, which honestly, if it's something big and something that will take a long time, I have a good chance. I feel like I'm better at Minecraft than both of these guys. So all power to them, but I'm taking this last challenge.
Puaka Tribe, welcome to your next tribal council. Drew, congratulations on your second immunity win. You won at a crucial time in the game. How's it feel?
Feels really good. I'm sure I needed it. I'm sure I'm gonna need the next one. I feel like the last two challenges are pretty big, but I'm also glad I don't have to do fire making.
Derik, you were a relatively close second in that challenge. Does being now vulnerable at Final Four really scare you, or do you feel like the bonds you've made throughout this game makes it a little easier to get past this vote?
The bonds that I've made have made it easier to get past this vote 100%, but I think it's more emotionally rather than physically making it past this vote, because I think if any of us get voted off, I think we can all leave with our heads held high. We've all been honest with each other with this Final Four, at least from what I've heard, so I mean, I'm excited. I say I'm excited a lot. All my confession was going to get cut near the end of it, but like, I'm so happy about everything that I've gotten a chance to do in this show. I came to this show very like negative towards the game of Survivor due to past experiences, but I came in and I made friends. I got interactions with people I've never met before, and here I am, Final Four, still playing the game I never thought I could possibly dream of.
Hades.
Hey.
I heard a lot in Derik's answer about, honesty amongst the Final Four and y'all kind of being a very open group with how you're feeling. So if that's the case, let's get your honest, thoughts on this Final Four Tribal Council. What are you thinking here?
Well, I'm going to fire against Derik. I think that's, unless it's a forced fire, which if you do, fuck you. It's going to be me versus Derik going in fire. I respect the living hell out of Derik. He's a badass, genuinely. I think he's a great guy. I think he's played a really awesome, solid game, coming from the ashes and rising like a phoenix. Like, this guy's awesome. And regardless of the result, if I go, he did a great job. If he goes, I'm very impressed with this game, and I'm glad I got to play with him. Yeah, I mean, I always knew it was going to come to this. I mean, come on, Drew's fucking plays Minecraft every day for 15 hours a day.
I don't know where you're getting that info from, but
but I knew it would come to this. I am not gonna try and hide myself from it. I want fire. I want that ability to get in there, and I want to make it to the next day, and I want to win Final 3 immunity. It's a very ambitious goal to get there and give it my all. But man, if I do, sick. If I don't, it's been great. But that I'm gonna give it my all with anything that I do.
Mystic, if what Hades says is correct, apparently you're in the Final 3. How's that feel for you?
Soccer, it feels pretty good. I literally blatantly got told by Drew, yeah, you're in the Final 3, because him and Hades had a spat where Hades pretty much told him to go fuck himself. And you know what? I don't disagree with that. I think all of them are great people, but I think they all should go fuck themselves so I can win this game already. With that being said, I think what he said is very accurate. This is definitely going to come down to a fire making unless Drew or Derik flips their vote, because I'm not flipping on my boy Hades. There's just no fucking way. We are all under the assumption that this is a Final 2. So yeah.
Alright, well, like y'all suspected, this is not a forced fire. This will be a vote. And with that, Mystic, you're up first. All right, I'll go tally the votes. All right, I've tallied the votes. First vote. Hades. Second vote. Derik.
What?
Third vote. Hades. Fourth vote. Derik, we're going to fire making. The way that this fire making will work is a lot of fire makings in the recorded scene and even unrecorded scene are completely luck based, and I personally believe that while luck is very important, there should be some amount of skill. So the way that this challenge will work is your ultimate goal is to craft a flint and steel and light this bedrock in the center. However, you have cobwebs to kind of slow you down that you can parkour over or run through. It's your choice, your strategy, but it plays into strategy and not just luck. You have a pit that contains both gravel and stone and 1 iron. Then you have more cobwebs and a tree to get wood. So it's not my job to tell you how to make a flint and steel or how to do this challenge. It's simply my job to explain how it works. Any other questions? This is obviously an important moment, so I want y'all to be as fully aware of the rules as possible so you can't cry that you didn't know what was happening when the results end up happening.
You don't want to cry, sucker.
I don't know. Whoever gets eliminated, I don't think it's gonna be crying. I think it's gonna be like just GG. Go win it.
Yeah, man. Good luck.
All right, for a spot in the final 3, survivors ready on 3, 2, 1, go.
I guess both of us aren't going to be doing a whole lot of talking.
It's an intense moment right here. Derik's probably 1 wood block ahead, but it's very close.
Come on.
The iron's in the pit.
There is 1 iron in your pit. All right, hold on. Pause. All right.
Come on.
Apparently, from what we've seen, Hades, you didn't break the stone to craft the pickaxe.
Oh, what? Oh
In the
my
pit.
god.
Like it was in your inventory already.
Oh my god.
We can reset. We can put you back a little bit. We're not gonna DQ you. We caught that, had to make sure that we stopped just for the fairness, obviously.
Yeah, I get it. I must have blanked. I'm sorry.
since you used the items in your inventory to craft, we're going to go ahead and give Derik a 10-second head start when we say go, and then whenever that time's up, you can go back to crafting. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Derik, you can go starting now.
Can I go?
You can go now.
Oh, crap.
Derik has his furnace.
Oh, I made a huge error.
Both have their furnace. Derik is smelting. And with that, Derik has won fire making.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Good stuff.
Oh, fuck. I didn't make a stone pick. I didn't make a pickaxe. Where are you, dude? Where are you? Hades, where are you?
In the pit.
Here, man. Do you want to borrow mine, or you want to?
Got it.
Here. No.
It's not good.
Oh, Christ. My hands are profusely shaking. Go ahead, give the campfires a light as a sign of respect. That works too.
Hades, man, come bring me your torch.
Alright, man. First time getting snuffed in Minecraft. Let's go down.
Hades, all these days played, you fought super hard, played an amazing game, and you still can say that no one technically got to vote you out. Firemaking took you
That is
out,
true.
and you now join the jury. Time for you to go.
Hades, dab me up, dog. Dab me up. You did good,
Got you,
dog.
bud.
Dab me up.
That's right. That's right. Hey,
I tried, man.
Mad respect to the three of you, Drew, even though I trashed your name. I was doing that for game. So, I respect the three of you. Whoever wins definitely earned it. I know I played the best game this fucking season. I did my shit. I did everything I could to win. And I just came up short. But, you know what? That's all good with me, man. Soccer, thank you for a great time. Yeah.
Well. We have our final three here. However, I think 3 is still a little too much. Head back to camp.
Oh, 3's good number.
Who would have guessed, guys? It was a final 2.
I love the number 3. I love the number 3. We could stay at 3.
It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I am out of the game. I gave it absolutely everything that I had to win this thing. I know that I would not have won if I did not go to fire. I wanted to make that move. I knew I needed to make that move. Man, I think I played a really great game this season. I wanted to be this outcast to socialite. I wanted the rags to riches story for myself, and even though it didn't end up with me winning, I got that, and I think I played hopefully one of the greatest games soccer's ever seen. I truly feel like this season was meant for me to win, and I am so upset that it just comes up short. I'm really thankful for the opportunity to do it, and this gives me a little bit of confidence that maybe I can step in to another Minecraft Survivor sooner rather than later and maybe do as well as I did here. But I'm truly thankful for the gift of this opportunity, and I'm proud.
All right, Hades, come on up here.
Yeah.
Man, what a game you played. I mean, honestly, I've seen you play games before, but I still can never say that I've seen you voted out. Firemaking got you this time. How does it feel to get so far and still not ever be voted out? It took Firemaking to get you out of here.
I know, and I've had so many entries in my log. This one definitely shook that to its core. But I looking at my exit interview for that, I definitely raved about myself a little too much. I was too high and mighty at 3 in the morning, but I don't know. I had a good time with it, and I think that was the big takeaway. And I was just really hyped that I didn't get a lot of votes. I wasn't really a big target because that's never the way I do any of these things. And so it was nice to just kind of, I don't know, play a little different. Be a little bit of a different kind of horse in the game. And I'm just thankful that this was the time for that, and even though it didn't come up with a win, I'm proud.
Hades, your story is probably beaten by almost none. You were almost the first boot with a rough start, but you turned that title of outcast and really became, invested in it. You really found identity within that name on your tribe and that name at your camp. And you took being an outcast and turned it around into a pretty powerful game. Do you think that you could have done that and gotten to the end and won?
Yeah, that was the plan. I look at all of the seasons of regular Survivor now, and I see that, and I'm like, okay, how can I make a story for myself? The most compelling thing that someone wants to give reward to is a story. They don't want to give it to a bunch of statistics. They want to give it to a narrative. And I was like, I'm going to try and build my story throughout the game. And I had the perfect scapegoat for it. I almost did go home first, I felt like. And I had so much time to build connections with the outcasts and be nice and cool and social. Like, that was the plan the entire time, and just trying to build it up slowly over time and then start to make some moves. I don't know. I wanted to build it up slowly over time, rags to riches kind of story. And I felt like people could gravitate towards that. And so, if I did end up making it to the end, could have been a long shot, but I felt like I had a shot. I didn't feel like there was a 0% chance of me winning, but I don't know. I thought I could do pretty well if I made it there.
Well, Jack, I know that a lot of people want to come into these games and say that they were a force to be reckoned with. And I can confidently say that you're definitely one of the greater players that I've seen grace not only this screen but many other screens in this community. It was really nice to have you on this season. You know that you're an awesome player and a great guy, and fourth place is nothing to be ashamed of. You played your heart out, and I mean, you would have given anybody a run for their money. But with that, unfortunately, your game did come to an end.
Thank you, man. It's been an honor. I applied to this. I looked at, saw the quality and saw how you take care of the players that you have, and that was the biggest reason why I decided to do it. Plus the timing worked out for me. So all things considered, I'm grateful for this opportunity. It's taught me a lot, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Hades. And with that, 4 become 3. We're down to Derik, Mystic, and Drew. With only 2 spots left in the end, and 1 more jury member to be added. Let's see how it plays out.
the final 3 moment's gonna be really similar to the final 4 moment.
Yeah.
Where we sit here and fucking jerk each other off about our games.
Good job, guys.
Good
job.
job. That
Next
hard
round.
fought.
Yeah, it
Hard
was,
fought, man.
Oh, that went exactly how I wanted it to go. I have a 2 and 3 shot making the final 2. Not even 1/3. I believe that it's a 2/3. I think me and Derik are making it to the end together. If I win, I'm taking Derik. If Derik wins, hopefully he takes me. The only thing that can't happen is Mystic winning. If he does, all the power to him. He deserves the win as much as either of us. But no, I'm taking this one. It's been too long. I said I'm getting last. I'm getting first. I'm here to get first. I'm here to make Drew stock go through the roof to the moon.
This is not my most ideal final 3. My most ideal final 3 was taken out so long ago. Honestly, the odds are against me here. Odds are Drew takes Derik to the final 2 and then they win. With the slim chance that I do somehow pull out immunity, I gotta say that I'd probably be taking Derik to the end with me. I think Drew's played the better game. I think Drew has a lot more to fight for, and honest to God, I think in retrospect I could probably outtalk Derik maybe. Drew is just a very good player. I don't know if he'd take me. I'm hoping he'd take me to the final 2 and hopefully I can outtalk him, but I don't think the jury's going to respect the game I played. It's really down to who can outtalk who. I'm hoping I can hit him with that underdog story of I came from outcast and I showed out and showed up, but at the end of the day, no matter what I say, I've still made it to final 3. Still my best placement by far. I'll still be in finale.
Alrighty. I decided to come back here for my confessional. Production let me hang out here for a second while everything else was going on. I just wanted to place this here. It is the final memento of a Rondu tribe, seeing as I won the fire making competition. And this is just here to show my roots, because at this point this is home. The amount of people that I've had to vote out is insane. Nadya, Jake is gone, Robster. It's just me and Drew left. And I don't know what the final 3 are thinking, but at this point, I'm gonna make it to the end, and I'm gonna show my true skills on what happens. And I don't even know what I'm saying. It is pretty late, but this place symbolizes the journey that it took to get here, my growth, my strength, and my passion for a long-lost love of this show. And anyone out here watching me struggle through this show like crazy, thinking that I would actually get here is insane. And no matter what happens, I think this is by far the best I've ever performed in any game show. So thank you to everyone here, and wish me luck. The same path, but with different people every time. Less people. Damn it!
Nice shot.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not that serious.
Welcome, Puaka Tribe, to your final immunity challenge. Drew, gonna have back the necklace one last time. Thank you. Immunity is back up for grabs for one last time and a spot in the final tribal council. For your final immunity challenge, on go, you'll have to navigate up a parkour course to a minecart track. Once at the top, you then will ride around this minecart track, placing concrete powder in silos to recreate an image. If at any point you mess up the image, you can get out of your minecart and flick a lever to release your silos, clearing out your progress. The first player to correctly recreate the image will win individual immunity and a guaranteed spot at the final tribal council. Survivors ready, one last time. Go.
You usually do a countdown.
Didn't feel it that last time. I'm not going to bother telling y'all if y'all have blocks in the right or wrong place. I'm simply going to be here to say correct or incorrect when you ask for a final check. Making sure it's accurate is on you. Drew, you might want to press the button to... Yeah, there you go.
I figured it out.
No, fucking.
This challenge requires patience, timing, and more patience.
I'm struggling.
Miss it, you gotta dig deep.
Don't ever say that. And it didn't blaze that time. Awesome. The lag ain't helping much. Great. I fucked that one up. Fuck.
Oh, I just be going so slow.
Okay, yeah, this is where the challenge starts.
Around and around and around and around we go.
Can I move button? Like, is that an option you're gonna give me? Thank you.
Okay. Yup.
Oh my god, bruh. Anybody else fucking up a little bit?
A little bit.
I'm trying. That's the best I can do for right now. No!
Fuck.
I don't think I ever want to hear a rail ever again.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, God, this sucks.
That is 2 times I fucked that up. Let's take a breather. Okay.
I think this challenge is more precision rather than anything, because you got to make sure your cursor is right on that button.
Check.
And Drew has won final immunity.
GG, dude.
How did you do that so fast?
Drew, congratulations on winning final immunity. Come and get it one last time.
Thank you, sir.
You have secured your spot in final tribal council, and all that's left to figure out is who will be joining you, and that choice is all yours. Go talk about it, head back to camp.
Well, here we are. I did the final challenge. I was really banking on winning that one to make my case stronger with the jury. But if Drew's telling the truth to me, it'll be me and him in the final 2. I've told him multiple times that it's me and him. And I think my persuasion skills would be really good for like showing the jury like why I should win this game. But that final challenge is a bit of a blunder. So Drew probably has the comp threat, but the fact that I was able to survive here for so long, as well as that idle move I did, I think I've earned my spot in the final two. Do you want me to plead my case?
I do want to hear what you have to offer.
Alrighty. Well, I could go sentimental and I could go in bashing mystic, but I just want to talk about you here. You took a real good risk choosing me out of everyone in the final to trust the most. And no matter what, I think I've delivered for you. It's been me and you since day one. It's ever since the whole game started. We knew that the Aranda tribe had a very special connection. And throughout this whole competition, I've done my best to stand by your side. The occasional merge blunder, but let's face it, no one was perfect around that point.
Nope, not even me.
But these past few votes, it's been me and you together getting all of this done. It was me and you rallying the troops to vote out NKS. It was me and you who made the decisions to get Kamiran out. Sorry, more names getting messed up. Like, I've been waiting so long to say these words to somebody. Let's finish what we started. Together.
So, what's good, gang? It's your boy Mystic. Back at it again. Back here at the Mamba camp. I asked Soccer for a little favor. As the last reject, I thought, reject outcast, I thought it was only fitting that I do one of my very last confessionals here at home, here at camp. I've had a very fun time playing with all the rejects, all the outcasts and whatnot. And right now my fate is decided not by me, but by someone else. My case is, compared to Derik, what have I really done? I haven't come close to winning a comp. You can easily beat me. Like, straight up. You probably just have a better shot at winning over me than you would at Derik. NKS is pissed at me. He's not going to want to vote me to win. Lola thinks you're a better player than me. Plus, you had more connections with her. And you have more connections with Nadya. And you have better connections with Jake. Those are 4 people already that you would have their vote. And then say you do get rid of, what's his name? If you get rid of Derik, I think he'll respect the fact that you're a good player. And you would just get the majority vote and win against me. The only people I'd probably get guaranteed is Korlinium and maybe Hades. And that's being generous. I will say, if you're thinking of just spicing it up and want to take me to the end, great. And if
I'm
you don't,
thinking
then
of adding some spice. So
that's a guaranteed win against me. I have argued my case. I really hope you guys could respect that. I have not played a very great physical game. I can say that with pride, but I'm hoping my talks alone and my social interactions with people can sway the jury enough to get me just on by, but we'll see. Odds are, I'm looking at a maybe 70-30, not in my favor chance of making final 2. But shit, maybe, we'll see. On guide, skirt for real, on gang, glizzy.
fuck, I don't know who to pick. Dude, I don't know who to pick. This is actually awful. Derik's so nice. I feel like he would vote for me in the final tribal. I think he would give me his vote, because I don't think he has any connection to Mystic. I feel like that's 4 either way. But the spice, I feel like if I take Derik with me, there's a big potential for the other 4 to flip over towards him, the last 4 jurors to vote for him. But I don't think if I vote him out, I feel like he still votes for me. I can't see a world where he votes for Mystic over me.
I think I put my trust in the right people. I put my faith in the right people. I voted off the people in the right order, I think. At this point, it is time for Judgment Hour. We just gotta make sure that I can trust Drew. And for once, I think I can.
You know, I did say I'm getting last or first, so I think I might have to make the move. Oh, it's gonna be awful, but I need to make the move. I feel like I've set myself up here for a little victory. I hope. But I think that's all I gotta say, and see where the vote lands.
Waka Tribe, you're at your final tribal council where you'll be voting somebody off. Drew, congratulations, man. You secured yourself a spot in the final 2 with your 3rd individual immunity win of the season. How's it feel?
It honestly feels pretty good. I did say preseason that I was getting last or first, so we're keeping that dream alive still.
Derik, you and Drew started off on the same tribe at the beginning of this season. Do you feel like that should help you get to the end, seeing as, y'all been together since day 1?
I mean, possibly. At the end of the day, it's Drew's decision. Until that final vote is read, nothing's really set in stone. But I'm hopeful.
All right, and Mystic, you're the last remaining outcast, sitting next to 2 people from the original Arandu tribe. But I'm sure for you, not all hope is lost. So, how are you feeling going into this final tribal council, knowing that your fate lies in the hands of solely just Drew?
I can't lie when I say I'm a bit scared. As should Derik. I mean, the fact that your game is taken into a single person's hands says a lot. Yes, they were both from the same tribe, and yes, I was from a different tribe. Do I think that might have effect on what's going to happen tonight? Probably. But I went to Drew and I pleaded my case, and he even said that I gave valid points. So I hope I was able to sway enough to where he was moved into keeping me with him.
Well, before we get to the one vote, I want to throw one last question back to Drew. So, having all this power in the game can be good and bad. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, because you're looking over at that jury and you have the sole power to decide who sits next to you. How much have you been going back and forth on what's the best move for your game to get that win?
I think I've gone through every single combination of possible scenarios in the past 10 minutes. I feel like I either set myself up really good to win, or I set myself up not very good to win. But I feel like I'm kind of on the side of that I set myself up pretty decently to win, and so it was kind of just about getting to this point.
All right. Well, Drew, we're about to see if you make the right decision. It's time for you and only you to go vote for who you want to be the last member of the jury and be sent home in 3rd place. I have tallied the vote. Person voted out will join the jury as the last jury member. The 13th person voted out of Soccer's Minecraft Survivor the Pantanal, and the 7th and final member of the jury, Derik. Derik, please bring me your torch.
Holy.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine, man.
Good game, man. Hey, your torch is right there.
Oh
Good game,
man,
bro.
I will.
Drew,
I will explain all in due time.
Oh, it's fine, man. You know what? At the end of the day, I wasn't gonna win. I went through the game horribly.
I feel that.
Wow, this is nuts.
Derik, you said it better than me. This is nuts. I mean, what a journey you've had. What a character you've been. ups, downs, an amazing roller coaster. But unfortunately, at the final 3, it comes crashing down. I can't say the tribe, but Drew has spoken. Time for you to go.
See you guys.
Hey, man.
Hi there.
Well, we have our final 2. In due time, one of y'all will be crowned the winner of Soccer's Minecraft Survivor Season 3 The Pantanal. But until then, it's time to get prepared for FTC. Head back to camp.
Well, here I am. Listen, Drew told me he'd take me 100% before the challenge, but something must have said. Maybe I could have tried and played my case, but I don't know. But it's sad that I'm not going to be able to talk in front of the jury. Do you vote for Mystic's panicking behavior, or do you vote for Drew's comp beast under the radar threats? But guess we're going to have to find out. And the fact that I won't get to plead my case sucks. But here I am. It's been an amazing journey. Survivors have always been just the lowest of lows for me. Like arguments, bad behaviors, and crazy scheming, and the fact that I was able to do it like this is absolutely insane. And like I said, am I sad that I'm eliminated? Yeah, but I can't say that it wasn't the better move for Drew. In my opinion, I was a better social comp than the others. I just tried to keep that hidden, and I tried to keep the same behavior that I had around it, but it clearly didn't work. The $100 would have been nice, but you want to know what's nicer? The fucking friends that I've made throughout this whole time, and the fact that I proved myself that I can do something this well. So I may be a loser at the end of the day, but I did it. I proved myself in front of so many other people who spent hours doing these Survivor competitions. Me saying this as it's 2 a.m., but this is Derik signing out. I'm gonna have some fun things to say for Drew and what the hell's his name? Mystic, thank you. Hey, I'm gonna have a lot of really good things to say to him and Mystic, but it's a good luck in the final 2, guys. Good luck.
Derek, come on up here, Derek.
Oh my god, I didn't think I could be having this much fun getting trounced on at the end.
Derek, oh my gosh. What a journey you had from starting out on a Rondu, winning challenge after challenge, to then that swap with that idol, to then the merge being kicked around and fighting all the way to the bitter end, and just coming up right here short at 3. How does that make you feel?
Oh man, we've come a long way from the Serengeti. Like, panicking on, like, crazy amounts, thinking I'm tough shit, realizing that's a terrible way to playing Survivor. Coming into this show with my mindset of just being who I am, a fun goofball, and trying to get to that next episode. I feel great. I feel great. I look at all these really talented people behind me, and it's like where do I fit in? Here, like, 'cause they were all so welcoming to me, a newcomer. My final tribal, I was telling the truth. I don't play Survivor. I've had terrible experiences playing Survivors. Like full-on bullying from people, multiple first boots, and then I've got this. People have been hanging out with me. People have been so kind to me. People voted me out final 3 for some dumb fucking. I'm sorry, I skipped a beat there. That's a joke. I'm just being mean. Like I feel great. Like I've got nothing but positive things to say.
So, Derek, you touched on, playing in other games and other series and Survivor, and you've mentioned it throughout the entire season. We've seen it in your confessionals. It put a bad taste in your mouth. So, what did, your experience here in this show show you about not only Survivor, but also yourself as a player in this community?
Survivor is a game of absolute, just pure thinking. Some people here like to go into a game thinking 8 moves ahead. I don't know who that would be. But, in my case, it was always just keep on going the next day. That wasn't an insult, by the way. That's a genuine talent. So many people here, they think 5 days ahead. The talent that the talent that some players in Survivor can use to their advantage is incredible. And the fact that I was able to stand up this long, watching back the episodes, so many times people were like, all right, so this is how I'm going to get to the end. Me, I was wondering how I was going to get out of the end of the episode. I cannot for the life of me remember the question that you asked me one more time.
I think you answered it just well.
That's okay.
And my last question for you, Derek, is I think that if you can't win the game of Survivor, the next best thing you can get out of it is a journey and growth in yourself. How would you describe your journey in this game from start to finish, if you could, in just one word?
Or just perseverance. You know, I was there when I got multiple votes in the 3rd episode. I survived that somehow. If I hadn't found an idol, I wouldn't have made it out of the merge. If if Nadya and Drew were able to convince people to get me out then, I would have been out then, which could have been probably really easy. It's just like the journey was so incredible. Like after the show has been recorded, I've had some amazing conversations with like everyone that is here, and I couldn't be more happy to have done this. So thanks for inviting me, man. It was an absolute privilege.
Of course. Thank you, Derik, for your time here. Honestly, you've had probably one of the most complete Survivor journeys with idle finds, idle plays, blindsides, and same votes. And now you're here dressed up at the reunion. You know, all dressed up. But unfortunately, you just fell just short of those final 2 chairs.
That's fine. Mystic and Drew 100% deserve it. Mystic fought his heart out and always told the truth. Drew, of course, awesome at Minecraft. Except for Strikeout when he needed to be better. But yeah, they're all pretty good. I may be a friendly guy, but I still know how to poke people's buttons sometimes, you know?
And with that, we look over to our final 2. They've gone as far as they can in the game. Drew started out as the first pick on a Rondu with Jake as captain, and Mystic, one of the original outcasts. Only one of them can win this game, and we'll soon find out who.
Alright, dog. So, I'm gonna be real. Did not expect that.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I swayed you enough. I thought you and him were a lot closer.
We were, but I wanted to spice it up.
It might be because I gave you all the greatest points ever to get an easy win in the game.
Oh, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Shit, dude. Like real shit. I appreciate the opportunity to even vouch for my case.
I think you definitely deserved it. I think you both deserved it, but I think you played a little bit of a better game than you did.
We'll see how the jury thinks about that one.
Yeah, I guess it's not up to me, is it?
Alright, so I just made final 2 after homie just voted off his number 1 ally. I gotta tell you, I'm a bit shocked. I thought they were bros for life, but I guess he saw that he'd get an easier win out of me. I don't plan to go down without a fight, though. I have a few arguments prepared and a lot of good question answers. I don't know. I'm a very charismatic person. I think with a fresh mindset, some heavy thinking, I think I should be able to at least try to smooth talk my way into 3 votes at least, and then hopefully. Maybe, probably not. I get some votes and I slide through a victory, because that would be like the best social victory ever. I've been through the many stages of grief and pain and suffering in this game. I went through happiness when I got rid of many targets that I wanted out, sadness when my allies get voted out, anger when realizing that my own allies voted other allies, and despair when I realized that I was left out of a vote. So I really showcased what it is to be a human being. That's gonna be my opening statement, and we get this fucking bread.
I feel like I have a lot of friends that were on the early jury, but not on the recent jury. Plus 4 people.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are on the jury, but they are not necessarily happy with the way I played.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 4-3.
It's 7, right? Yeah, it's definitely probably a 4-3. It's really dependent on who can sway who and who's convinced who should get the win.
Oh baby, I think we did it. But I needed to vote out Derik there because I have a 95% feeling that he's gonna give me his vote, even though I got him out. He knows he didn't play that great of a game, but there's no way he doesn't vote for me. So I feel like with the game as a whole, I feel like I played a
really good game. There were a few votes in general that I feel that I definitely was not a part of. But throughout the entire tribal phase, I felt like I was doing really good at making connections and making a decent amount of moves. And then come merge, the first few votes I was definitely on the back end of, but I feel like once I got my footing with that final 7 immunity win, 100% that's what helped me get to where I am. And I think where I am is number 1.
Oh man, Drew, I love you so much, man. I thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Drew.
Are we about to kiss?
I think we're about to kiss. Nah, never mind. I'm too shy.
No.
I'm too shy. I'm a bit shy.
Hello, Puaka Final 2, and welcome to your final Tribal Council. This is the last step of the game for y'all. Is the only thing that stands between you and being crowned the sole survivor and winning $100 is the jury over there. They will ask you intense, hard questions and will be picking apart y'all's games to determine who they wish to vote for and crown the winner. Are you up for the task? We'll see. The way that this will work is Mystic, you will start us off with your opening statement, and then Drew, you will give your opening statement. Then the jury will get to ask questions and statements in regards to y'all's games. And then afterwards, Drew, you will give your closing statement, and Mystic, you'll wrap us up with your closing statement. Let's begin.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have prepared a speech for you all, and then I deleted it last night, so I'm winging this. Let me start off by saying that my game is nowhere near perfect. It is not a very physical, dominated game like my compadre over here. But what I did shine in was the social strategic part of the game. A very rags to riches story, and I'll explain. I started off at the Marooning, not getting picked by any tribe. I was on the Outcast tribe with NKS and the boys, and I was really on the bottom. And then we lost our first tribe, or our first challenge. Really, really bad shit. But after getting our footing, after getting rid of Babachu, I realized I had more power than I thought. I thought me and NKS would, hash old rivalries and beef, but we didn't beef. And we worked out pretty great. And really, my game starts picking up when we swap. We swapped. It was the vote for Lunar. It was supposed to be all votes on Derik because we had suspicion he had an idol. He did have an idol, but he held it like a boss. And we threw all our votes on Lunar, blindsiding Lunar, and putting Derik and Alec in the minority. By our next loss, we sat there, and we thought to ourselves, well, we could split the votes on Alec and Derik. Then I went up to Derik, and I started a social bond with him. In that social bond, that real eye-opening moment, I voted with my boys, NKS, Korlin, and Hades, to vote Derik, knowing he had the idol, so that he could use the idol to idol out NKS. What NKS didn't tell me was that he had an idol, but whatever. Anyway, we get to merge, and Lola flips on Jake, which is a credit to all my allies for trying to sway her on our side. They did. Good on them. And then I used my social bonds in that to stay in the majority of the votes. Final eight happened. We exile Lola. It's 7. I bring up the fact that Nadya is a big social and strategic threat. She was good with Lola. She was good with Jake. She had many friends on the jury, and she was chill with Drew. She was chill with everybody. So I threw her name out, and then everybody else saw that, and we thought about it, and we said, yeah, let's do this. So we got her out. After a bit of me pulling a Korlin and being psychotic and trying to tell him to split the votes, we didn't split. Really, everything from there, I blindsided Lola. Yeah, I forgot that happened. I'm sorry. I blindsided Lola. I did this for 2 reasons. One of which is because, A, you were good with NKS. NKS was against me due to Hades telling me. So, God bless the Hades. A, I have blindsided you because you're good relations with my #1 ally. And B, you are a very, and I'm just gonna walk over to the jury if that's okay. I'm gonna just bop bop. You are a very truthful person, and that actually is very scary and threatening. And that is why me, Korlin, and I mean Derik too, voted you in that vote. That's why you went home. So, very scary, very threatening person. And my last move, before I get ahead of myself, in this whole game, was betraying my number one, NKS, who betrayed me earlier in the game. And I did this with many benefits and many reasonings. One of which being, I'd have a better shot at preaching to you guys here against Drew than I would ever have doing it against NKS, who exiled Lola, who made multiple moves, who won many immunities, who was a really standout kind of guy, real good player. And so I made my mark, try to, do what I thought was best for my game, stop going majority and start playing a personal game. So with that being said, I got no more rants, no more yapping to do. That was all my moves. If you're questioning what else I did, you can ask me some questions, and let's get it.
All right, thank you, Mystic. Drew, you're up. Give us your opening statement.
Alrighty. Hey guys. I just want to say thank you for taking more time out of your day to listen to us. Yeah. But anyways, my game, like Mystics, was not perfect, though I feel like I had a pretty good grasp on most of the game at the start and the end. Starting at the beginning, the first challenge, I was able to collect all or 3 banners from the pumpkin challenge by myself with no help from my caller. And then all the way out to me casting the last vote, voting out my last ally in the game, in Derik. My game consisted of mostly making new alliances and then flipping between them back and forth throughout the entirety of the post-merge. And I really felt like I played a solid social game, and this showed because I was on the right side of the votes through the entire pre-merge, and except for the 3 votes post-merge where my 3 allies went back to back to back in Jake, Nadya, and Lola. But then after that, at the final 6 and all the way to I guess the final 3, I was on the right side of the votes. And I feel like that kind of showed where my social game was at throughout the whole game. Our starting tribes, especially ours, were based on one word. Let's call it unity. From the second challenge, and voting out Robster along with Jake and Nadya at the time with help from Lola and Liv to Derik, this didn't feel like unity to him. And I quote us walking into one of the challenges, Derik said something along the lines of unity my ass. So we kind of assumed that we had lost him as a number coming into the merge. And very conveniently around this time, Lola and Liv were on the wrong side of the numbers at our swap tribe, but we decided to vote out Robster instead. And then at the next tribal, we voted out Liv. And Liv, conveniently, as she was leaving, says that she has an idol in her pocket. And while the other tribe was doing their dual tribal, I came up with the idea that we should tell Derik that Robster got idled out by Liv, and then we retaliated against Liv to show that we were still tribe strong come the merge. This really helped me, Jake, and Nadya get Derik back as a number, who would eventually help us vote in that first merge tribal. However, Lola had other ambitions. But being able to get Derik back as an ally was a really big move for me. And it definitely helped me post Lola vote out. I was able to win some challenges. I feel like I had MKS as a shield for some of the merge, but once he was gone, I was able to really take control of my game and win the challenges I need to, especially at the final 6, or I'm sorry, the final 7, the Sand Pillaring challenge, and then the last final 4 and 3 challenge. I got some other things to say, but I'll save that for the questions.
All right. Thank you, Drew. Now that we've finished our opening statements, it is time to turn the power over to the jury. The jury will now get to ask their questions and see what they see fit as to how they want to crown a winner. And with that, Jake, our first juror, you're up first.
Mystic, what exact moves did you make during your game that separates you from great players like Drew and I? Because I believe you didn't make any, and you are a GOAT in this game.
Damn, homie really tried to throw me out like that. Well, that shows how good my fucking game was, because he was out first and I wasn't. So, let me start off by saying this. Me having so many social connections and being the majority of the numbers all the time, most of the time, except for Korlin's vote over there, was all me. It was all me. That was my game. But if you want specific moves, I got you. For starts, for shits and giggles, we'll start off with the Nadya vote. Nadya, like I said before, huge social strategic threat. Out of the three between Derik, Nadya, and I think it was Drew, because Lola was exiled, she was the most threatening. I threw her name out first to NKS and Hades. They agreed. We reconciled. We got Korlin, and that's how the vote went. That was my move. I said her name first. I said she was the biggest threat. I showed my alliance that, and that's who went. Next vote, I got the next person I wanted out, which was Lola. Lola, again, like I said, very honest player, very strategic social threat. Although she has been making some questionable moves by turning on, yourself. She was never an ally to me. She was an ally to my boy NKS, who in turn was trying to get me out. So I grabbed what numbers I could, whether that be to, split the votes on NKS or not. I got her out, and that's that. And then there's really only one other move I could take credit for, which is the voting of NKS. And as I said before, NKS being the very, very big threat everybody knows him as, I had to take him out while I could, because realistically I was never going to beat him no matter what I did. So yeah, those are my moves for merge. And if you're looking for a pre-merge move, I blindsided Lunar so that I could keep control over my tribe, get NKS onto my tribe currently, and have the majority over Derik and Alec. So there you go.
My brother, my number one pick, Drew. How did you manage from running the game to being on the bottom to managing to run the game again? How did you make your way from the bottom to the top and submit your glorious status at FTC?
Bro, this guy loves me. I would say, in the pre-merge, I feel like me along with Jake and Nadya, we were running things pretty well. At our first tribe, we obviously never had to go to tribal, but if we were to go there, it probably would have been Robster going out first, which then in turn happened at the swap tribe. We decided that it was best that he was going to go because I had found the idol clue right off the bat in the beach, our first beach, but I had not found the idol. So we assumed that Derik or Robster had it, and at the swap, obviously Derik wasn't with us, so we voted out Robster. We later learned that Derik did have the idol, but having this core 3 really helped us get through the pre-merge, and it would have been good for the post-merge for at least a little bit. I probably would have turned on them at some point, but come post-merge, obviously Jake goes out, Nadya goes out, Lola goes out. Every single one of my allies, I guess except Derik at the time, but we weren't even working together during that time. They all go out, and I'm left on the bottom. At the final 7, I win immunity, and this gets me a little more footing in the game. I'm able to start to make some moves. As the trend show, I was probably out next. I don't know that for sure, but that's what the trend were showing. And then after this, we were able to, for the core vote, I linked up with Jonas, Kyle, and Derik. Mystic was left out of it, and we voted out his number 1 and core. At the final 5, obviously Jonas loses, Kyle wins, and we're able to take him out. And then at the final 4, you still have Derik and Kyle, who were working together at least a little bit, so I decided to take out Kyle just to whittle that side down a little bit. And then we're left with the final 3, and I'm able to take out Derik, who I think had a decent shot at winning. Kyle is what's his blue, right? His name's Kyle, I think. Is it not?
It's Jack.
Yeah. Oh. You know, Kyle, Jack, same thing. But yeah, Jack. But yeah, I would say that's how I was at the top and then the bottom and then back to the top.
All right. Thank you, Jake. Next up, we have Nadya.
What is one thing the other finalists did better than you? Drew, you first.
Definitely, I think Mystic had a little bit better connections with the other side when he wasn't working with them. I feel like one flaw I had in my game was not having or not keeping the connections with the people on the other side of the votes when I wasn't voting with them. I feel like I often would make plans with one side and then kind of cut out the other side, unless the vote or I guess the plan was to connect with them. But I would often find myself cutting them out. Well, I think Mystic did a pretty good job at always connecting with people through each round. But other than that, I think that was his best thing that I didn't do.
One thing he did better than me. Well, honestly, I gotta say this physical prowess and the challenges. I was not even gonna get close to winning a immunity comp whatsoever. He won 3, and everybody knows that it takes immunity wins to sometimes make moves. He did it against Derik. He did it for the move against NKS. He didn't win that one. It was Hades. I'm sorry.
It was against.
Yeah, against Core, which, it severely hurt me. I think his physical challenge threatness level was on par with NKS. He was the only guy that can, go on toe to toe with him, keep him a run for his money. It's just his physical prowess was a lot better, and just better at comps.
All right. Thank you, Nadya. Lola, you're up next. You have the floor.
Hello, you guys. So, congratulations. I'm very proud of you both, I guess. So my question is for Mystic, actually. Since we never really spoke much. Actually, we never spoke at all in the season. So I'm wondering, if you had to describe your strategy, but just using animal noises, what would that be? And be honest.
If I had to describe my strategy by using animal noises, is that what you just said?
You heard me. Yes.
Woof, 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 bark. I'm not used to this. I'm not a furry.
Is that your answer?
You know what? I really don't know how to answer that question. If you want me to describe it, I can.
That's what I expected from you. Okay, Drew, I'm proud of you for getting here. So I didn't really know what to ask you because, you're kind of just like the icon in a way. So my question for you is, I want you to describe each one of the jury member, but just using a curse word for each one of them that perfectly resembles them, basically.
I don't normally swear in my daily vocabulary.
I need explanations.
I'll go Lola. You're Slay because that's just who you are.
No explanation needed for that one.
Okay. I just never really talked to you that much, but you're cool. Obviously you're on the other side of the vote for every single one of my votes, so that's for you. NKS, you were kind of awesome with your time. I also kind of hated you because you were better than me, so that's why you had to go. Derik, you're just kind of too nice sometimes, but I also love that about you. That's why I had to get you out at 3.
I'm not sure if you misunderstood the question, but thank you guys, and good luck.
It's too mean. I think you got the easier question.
Bro, I got the harder one. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right. Thank you, Lola, for your jury question. Next up is Korlin. Korlin, come on down. You have the floor.
First of all, congratulations. You two have earned it, despite what anyone might say. So I think it's pretty clear that that in terms of the both of you relating to me in terms of the ways we interacted. The two of you have very different stories, polar opposites almost. Mystic, obviously, we were with each other pretty much from day one, you know, placing those signs out in the old outcast camp and, you know, realizing that we could probably work with each other. And, you know, you were always there for me whenever I was, you know, having those early game jitters. You were just always a shoulder to lean on, as just about everyone was, but I really did feel that connection with you. So it's why I feel a certain irony, because, you know, as I'm sure you remember, you know, I kind of lost that massive fear of just being the one voted out, whereas you definitely seem to gain it, understandably so. But I think that fear really did come back to bite you in several ways. But, you know, it resulted in you missing your mark at Final 7, and it seems like you were more out of the loop than anyone at Final 6, assuming that you were the vote on Derik, so I've heard. Drew, obviously, as you said, we never really got to speak, and that presents a very big challenge for you. You have to because it means that you're at a serious disadvantage for gaining my vote. I understand your point about how Derik was a bleeding heart, and that you might have felt that you wouldn't be able to defeat him in a jury vote. But I feel like there was this general sense that Derik, people I feel like saw him as kind of lacking in his game, and, you know, I can't speak for everyone as to what they're going to base their vote on, but if your intent was to be against the person who you thought you played a better game than, I really think you had a better chance against Derik than Mystic. And I will say, you've done a good job explaining your game. And that lie you came up with at the merge to wrangle him back was definitely a good one, but I feel like he was going to be with you regardless, just because of our complicated relationship and him being against me. As for my questions for the two of you, I want you to sum up in 3 words, how would you say you played this game?
I think the 3 best words that I can come up with are paranoid, due to obvious, you know, target going up on my back. Connected is a very good one. I've been connected with borderline almost every one of you, plus jury. And then the final thing I'd say would be strategic. Even though I didn't play the best flashy game, my targets that I wanted out got out. I said it again and again about who got out, so I won't say it again. But yeah, my targets got out, and those are my 3 words.
Drew, same question.
I will also go with my first word as allies. I feel like besides you, which I'll get into later, I had an alliance at one point with every person here. My second word, I'll go with flippage. I was in the middle for a long time come the end part of this game, and I felt like I flipped my allegiance just right to whittle down each side until I was able to take control of the game. And then for my last word, I'm gonna go with liar, because I feel like I had some pretty good lies in this game, which really set me up to make it to the end, while also being truthful when I needed to.
All right, thank you, Korlin. And KS, you're up.
Forgive me if I reiterate some of what Korlin said, but he was spitting a lot of facts. Hi, Final 2. Mazel tov for being here. Indulge me for a second while I do a little bit of yapping before I ask my question. This is not the Final 2 I expected, because I think of you, both of you, seriously misplayed separate parts of the end game. I'm just gonna start this by saying that you've been talking a lot of connections, a lot of your social game, and while the social game is important, a lot of what you've been saying really does not fucking matter. Drew, you mentioned your big lie that I already forgot the minutiae of because it did not matter about how you got Derik back on your side. This is why you got Derik back on your side. Because you just got 4 votes and had to play an idol. That's why. Simple as that. Derik would be an idiot to go back with us. There's no unity. There's no trust. If you trust anybody beyond what is expected of them from a strategic position, you are putting too much faith in them to be a dumbass. Which goes into my thoughts about some later parts in the round. Mystic, I understand why you kept me, because you're scared of an FTC against me. I do think you stand a good chance against me and against Hades. I feel like there's not a clear-cut winner. The main thing is I feel like if you kept me there, you are guaranteed making the end. The only case where you don't make the end is if Derik clutches up, which he didn't do in the real season, so I don't think he would have done in this hypothetical. Or the alternative where I take Hades to the end. And I was only doing that if I was going to throw the game. And, I mean, sleep-deprived NKS can do a lot of things, but I doubt I would have done that. I understand being scared of me, but going into the end game, the final 3, assuming that Drew will take you, is doing what I said, assuming that he will be a dumbass. And I understand that he did take you, but that does not mean that that was a good decision. Now, on the other hand, Drew, you took Mystic to the end, which, reiterating the point from Derik, might have just been the biggest throw of the entire game. Derik definitely would have gotten some votes against you, but in the condition where Derik is at the end, there's a couple potential swing votes to go with your 3 already pretty much locked votes. Against Mystic, you pretty much have to get one particular vote, and I'm sure his speech is going to be very, very fiery. So, a lot of questionable decisions from the 2 of you. But my question is to both of you: describe why the other person's game is bad. And I don't want any of this dick writing. You were too good. You were too this. You were too smart. I want you to directly say why they were shit. And if you say anything nice, you're not getting my vote. Either of you. We'll start with Mystic.
All right, let me tell you why this bitch didn't play as good as me. All right, I'll tell you why right now. He claims over and over that he lied for Derik, that he got him on his side. What good did that do him? At fucking Final 9, he was in the minority anyway. Final 8, he was in the minority. Final 7, he was in the minority. Over and over again. Minority. At Final 5, I had to save his bitch ass because I voted you over him. At Final 4, I convinced him, after getting a fire making to get Hades out, I convinced him to vote out his own ally by saying he would not beat him over me. I fucking gaslit this dude over and over again. He kept me here to the final 2, so my gaslighting must fucking work. This dude, he's praised by everybody over there, but at the same time, if you look at his actual game, what more did he do than me? I played better, I did fucking more moves than this guy. He won a couple comps and he kissed a couple asses.
I don't believe that this man has a clutch bone in his body. I feel like he wasn't ever able to rely solely on himself, which I feel I had to do many times. He didn't ever have to make like the new personal connections that I did. I came into this game only knowing 1 to 2 people. I feel like he knew a lot more than me, so I basically had to start way lower than him. And I just don't feel like he ever had to really rely, just like I said, solely on himself. He always had at least 1 or 2 people with him. While for me at the final 6, at that time I had no one, and yeah, I would say that was his flaw.
Good luck to the 2 of you. May Derik make the right decision.
All right. Thank you, NKS. Next up, we have Hades. Drew, how do you care to explain your game to 3 people, Korlin, Jonas, and myself, who not only did you not work with a lot, people who you don't think you need as votes to win in the end?
You know, I wouldn't say I don't need them. They're welcome, and I feel like I have done an okay job of convincing. I definitely wouldn't say my speeches have been perfect. But I would just say, like, the reason I wasn't able to work with them throughout the game is after my main 3 allies went back to back to back, the vote after that was going to be Mystic. And at the last second, it got changed to Core. Like, I'm not joking, like 30 seconds before we went to Tribal, the 4 of us got together and decided we should take out Core instead. That's the reason I never got to talk to him. And then the vote after that, Jonas went out. he was at the time the biggest threat, and that is just who we needed to get out at the time, and it was a pretty big consensus throughout for everyone. And then Jack, at the same time, at the final four, he comes up to me and he basically just tells me to go fuck myself, and I didn't like that way of him playing the game, so that's why I took the chance with teaming up with Derik at the time to make the split vote, knowing that it could go either way. I know Derik I think Kyle should have, not Kyle, Jack should have had the edge in that challenge, but luckily Derik pulled it out for us, and I feel like it's not that I didn't want to work with you guys, it just, at the time, it just didn't line up with the plan that I wanted to happen.
Mystic, how has your game told the story of an outcast? Why, in a season like this, chaotic and highly strategic, has your gameplay represented the season better than Drew?
Okay, well, let me start off by saying, great question. And I laughed my ass off when you told Drew to go fuck himself. I literally laughed at his face. Yeah. Anyway, how did my game represent an outcast, and how did I play better than Drew? It's from the start, like you, I was not picked onto a tribe with the rest of these degenerates. I was thrown into literally a shit brown wasteland with NKSU, Korlin, Babachu, all you guys. And we made a shit hut, and we just slept in the cold and lost our first comp, and it was just bad, going from bad to worse. But when it hit merge, I think the outcast vibe kind of grew off of me. I think all of my connections, everybody I tried to talk to and work with, kind of brought me from an outcast to a pretty much in a power position, putting Drew in the minority and making him pretty much the outcast. I think the roles definitely reversed there. And as for why do I think I played the better game, well, Drew was in the minority for a good portion of the game. In fact, he wouldn't have known much if it wasn't for a lot of my allies flipping on a good thing, in KS and you for that, getting out Korlin. I'm still heartbroken. RIP my boy, 2024. I think I played better than him because even though he says I couldn't rely on myself, that is bullshit lie. At Final 5, I straight up saved his ass, and in return, he voted off his number one ally in Derik, saving, I guess, what he thought was his best shot. B, I took out every target that was in my book. NKS was out, Nadya is out, Lola is out, they're all out. And C, I'm sitting here today, preaching to you, my brother in Christ, amen, oh Lord, that although I'm not the best physical player, and that I'm not a very flashy player, everything I'd done in this game worked out, and I really hope you consider your vote for me.
I just wanted to add on, after you saying that I was in the minority, I was only in the minority for that short period of the game. Once I was able to clutch up that immunity, I was in the vote for every single vote after that. And I feel like that kind of showed that even though for a very, very short time I was an outcast, even though I was the only vote I could rely on, I was able to figure out what the plan was or make the plan and go with it for each tribal after me falling out of the numbers.
Thank you, Hades. Last but not least, we have Derik. Derik, you have the floor.
Hey, fellas. How's it going? Congrats to making it to the final two. I must admit I'm bummed that I'm not sitting up there, but I can see the strategical prowess. Although now that NKS made a speech talking about all that, I'm like, yeah, probably would have been tighter if I was sitting next to you. But with my conversations with the jury, there is one of you in particular who has been pretty singled out for a multitude of reasons. I've got a few notes here that I'd like to go through, but first I need to talk about something that has been omitted from this final tribal council, and that is Mystic's attitude after the Lola vote. Mystic, in my eyes, you gave up. After that Lola vote, your attitude became awful. It was, you were calling out people left, right, and center. Conversations with me and you seemed to go from these really strategical favors that we were passing around to just yammering about how tired we all were. I might be remembering details slightly incorrectly, but that has been completely omitted from this final tribal council. So, Mystic, you claim that you had the Lola plan from the start. If I remember correctly, that is also not correct. You can correct me at any point if you think any of this is wrong. I'm not getting mad at you for interrupting
that
me.
is wrong. I was asking you to throw a vote onto NKS, and then I told Drew to vote NKS, and then you said vote Lola, if I'm not mistaken.
What I remember is, as soon as NKS left that call, you called him. He was lying out of his ass and asked me to help split the votes with Lola instead of, and then you would go and get people for NKS.
Yes,
that's what I remember correctly.
That is true, and I'm not gonna lie here. I was saying split the votes on the NKS. Hades was telling everybody. NKS at that point was throwing my name out. Obviously, in such a position, you would know. You would get very defenseful, very survival-esque. While yes, I did tell you to split your vote onto Lola. I mean, not Lola, NKS. I had me and Korlinium voting Lola either way. So the fact that you put your vote onto Lola, it didn't really change a whole lot, because since Lola was gonna go either way, and that sounds weird, but NKS had that quote-unquote idol, and the plan, at least in my head, was he plays it, it gets used up, and Lola goes anyway. That's kind of didn't happen.
But at the end of the day, I just that unnecessary panicking and constant DMing, and then the weird calling everybody out for saying your name during tribal council is why I'm leaning more towards Drew. So my question for you tonight is, can you just talk about your relationships with the people on the jury? I want them to know why they're sitting over there and not next to you.
Well, first, I didn't really have a hand in picking who I wanted to come with me. But if I had the ideal choice, I think it would have been Hades. Since day one, me and him were close. It originally was Korlinium, but then you guys kind of threw that out of the window and into the fucking pit. I was never going to work with NKS going into a certain final 6 because, well, he threw my name out at that point. That relationship was kind of ruined, but we were kind of on working terms. Lola and me, we never talked. She was never sitting next to me. That is just a fact. Me and Jake never got the chance to talk due to, Final 9. Hades, I said it already, he was going to be my ideal guy. And you, Derik, I was actually going to take you over Drew if I won the comp. Because while me and Drew are like kind of chill, me and you, we actually worked together. We had a little bit of history there. I helped you in the Lunar vote. You saved my ass quite a few times, actually, throughout the season. And I think that bond between us definitely helped. As for my attitude during the season, I was just tired after the Lola vote, but I was really pissed off after the core vote. I got left out of that. Yeah, I think I was just really upset because he was like my day one and he's out. But yeah, that's my reasonings.
Drew, it was nice knowing that you referred to me as your ally in your opening speech, because truth be told, when I got voted out, I thought you were egging me along. I felt kind of like, damn it, I trusted the wrong guy. But it turns out that it was just a strategic move. Members of the jury have all stated that a majority of them are on the fence. But so, Drew, one thing that I noticed is you tended to flip-flop a lot throughout the show, which is a way of surviving, because whenever I think of... The reason I'm going to cast my vote for someone is just thinking of those 3 survivor words: outwit, outplay, outlast. You had the outlast down pretty well. You had the outplay, but the outwit seemed kind of iffy towards the start. The jury keeps bringing up that you were very on the... you were outside of the vote for a lot of votes, including voting for me. So I just want you to... I want you just to go into just a little more detail on those earlier boots during the merge with Jake, Nadya, and I believe the Lola vote, of why you voted the way you did, including why you voted for me.
Yeah, during that time, I think the tribe kind of used you as we could easily vote this person off for a few votes. And that was honestly the one time I wanted to vote for you, because I kind of assumed that it was either going to be you, someone on the other side, or me or Jake. And at the time, I was a better ally with Jake than you were, or than I was with you. And we had a few you're my number one, those kind of talks with Jake. But I feel like during those votes, when I lose those 3 allies back to back to back, I have to make new connections, or I was out after that. In an ideal world where for some reason in the sleep deprived game I thought it was a final 3, and you were truly in my ideal final 3. I wanted to bring you there because for the final 4 vote and the final 5 vote we worked really well together. But after learning that it was a final 2 and that I can't do math, and a little bit of convincing from Mystic, I just felt like, not that I had a better chance against him than you getting the votes, but I feel like our games, mine and Mystic's anyways, were very polar opposites, and I felt like we could both make valid speeches. And I didn't want a speech against you to just be like, as you said, oh, he didn't play the best strategic game. I wanted a chance to plead my own case and not just harp on another person's game.
Okay. So thank you both. I know that everything was rocky during the show, but the show was a lot of fun to play with you both. Drew, I've known you for a long time. Mystic, it's been awesome to meet you, and I wish you both the best of luck.
All right. Thank you, jury, for asking your questions. Now it turns back over to the final 2, as they will give their closing statements before we get to this final vote.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, guys. With my game and my closing statement, I just want to say that my game, like I said at the beginning, 100% had flaws in it. But throughout the entire game, I definitely never gave up, even though it was a long road. I found myself at the bottom, but every time I was able to at least survive when I needed to and then clutch up. But throughout the game, I feel like I always had some alliance that made it so that I could push myself farther while also keeping them below me. I feel like I played a solid game that a lot of you guys won't be able to see until you can see some of my confessionals where I did a better job at explaining what I felt during the time. But yeah, good luck to you, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, let me start off by saying thank you, Drew, for that, and thank you, jury, for coming here. Like Drew said, none of our games were perfect. Obviously, my game was far from it. I was viciously mutinied upon in the final 6. But I mean, that's part of the game. For a large majority of my game, I have been in the majority. I've been the deciding factor in a lot of these votes. The Lunar blind side, the Alec, Derik thing going on, that tribal, the 3 allies that this man lost, and Jake and Nadya and Lola. And even though, I didn't have, the strategic mind for that, or made the plan to vote out Jake, I was a big part. I was a good vote. I had my connections. My connections saved me throughout this entire game, the whole time. Even when I was left out of a vote, my connections with NKS convinced him enough that instead of voting for me, voting for Korlin. I almost said Korlin. I think that's actually his name. But my connections really drove me here, and that's what my game was based off upon. Good social ties with people, very great friends of mine, good people, and that allowed me to make the moves I made. And I want to just say that I am the comp beast of the season. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mystic. Well, finalists and jury, that concludes this final tribal council. All that's left to do is vote. And with that, Jake, you're up.
I just think that, generally speaking, you had more of a credit to your game and your ability to work through stuff. Any adversity that your opponent might have gone through. Drew, I'm sorry to say, I really think you dropped the ball in this one last minute.
Holy shit, I do not care about, my connections with this, my connections with that. You are in this position because both of you made stupid decisions to get yourself there. Both of you could have ended up with much better alternatives, and the only reason that you two are standing there are because Derik let you at the very end, I let you in the middle, and Hades let you at the beginning. If either three of us didn't fuck up, you guys would not be there.
I really look at who I'd want to vote for under the 3 laws of Survivor. Outwit, outplay, and outlast. You did all 3.
Well, final 2, for the last time, I'll go tally the votes. Alright, I've tallied the votes. However, I'm not going to read them right now. I will see you all at the live finale vote reading. It's been an amazing game. It's been an amazing season. It's been an honor to have all of you come here and play. There was drama. There was strategy. There was, some funny moments. And I couldn't have done it at all without the amazing cast that y'all are and the amazing prod that I have with me by my side. But with that, it's time I go and crown a winner. So, see you at the live finale. Hello, Final 2. Hello, everybody else. This is the end of an amazing season. Y'all fought from the very beginning when y'all went on to that marooning and had to vote somebody out and start up with 2 tribe captains. And then Mystic and everybody else put on the outcast camp. So now just y'all 2 left. Y'all both played y'all's heart outs, but the game is no longer in your hands. It's in the jury's. And with that, I will read these votes. First vote, Drew.
Yeah.
Second vote, Mystic.
Whoa, I got a vote?
Third vote, Mystic.
Oh my god, I got 2 votes.
Fourth vote, Drew.
Okay.
Fifth vote, Drew.
Oh shit.
Sixth vote, Mystic.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is 3 votes, Drew. 3 votes, Mystic. 1 final vote left to determine the winner of the season. And the winner of Soccer's Minecraft Survivor Season 3, the Pantanal, Drew.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
Dude, my heart.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, good game. Nah, that was good. I got more votes than I thought.
Drew, after all this time waiting, you finally pulled it out in a 4-3 vote. It was very close. How are you feeling right now?
It's crazy. I came into this thinking that it was going to be 4-3, slightly leaning my way, but honestly, in the past few minutes, I started doubting myself, and then it was 3-3, and I was like, oh, I've lost it. But it feels good, and I missed a great game. My little cave buddy.
All right, Mystic. This is by
Yes,
far
sir.
one of the best performances that I've seen from you, and I don't think you can get any closer to a win than that. I mean, that was super close. I mean, are you proud of yourself for the game that you played and getting here, being literally 1 vote away from coming out with the win this season?
Soccer, I could confidently say that I am very proud of my game. I got through a hell of a lot of very good people and competitors. Triumphantly somehow bullshitted my way through very close votes like the Korlinium vote. Should not have lived through that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I did, but I did. Real shit. Big ups to Drew. He played a good game. I thought it was gonna be a 6-1. I'm not gonna lie. But 4-3,
Really?
I'll tell you. Yeah, real shit. I was heavy doubting myself, and then you know what? I almost won, so I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right, lastly, real quick, Drew, $100. Do you have any plans on what you're gonna do with it?
I'm gonna spend it all on food.
With the money with me. We got this. Come on. Bet it on black.
Oh, that's also a really good idea. I'm gonna bet it on red.
Fuck.
That's not what you do.
And with that, the finale of Minecraft Survivor: The Pantanal is coming to an end. It's been an honor to have you all play in this great season. Y'all really helped grow this channel and grow my experience as a community, and I can never thank y'all anymore for that. With that being said, yeah, I think it's time for a little bit of fun. Let's get on to this reunion.